Welcome one, welcome all to Pit Road Productions. It is time for the high stakes late model series by No Limit Racing. We are here at Lernerville for the sixth round of the championship, and really looking forward to this one because we have got the absence of a wall around the outside. Bringing it to you live here on the Pit Road Productions YouTube channel is myself, Rhys Gardner, Daniel Zippy Salmon alongside me in the commentary box, and also producing behind the scenes, Zippy. Lernerville is one of the more unique tracks. We are here once again.
Yeah, definitely Lernerville is a lot of fun. Certainly, it's I got a little bit excited when it brought it in, and certainly now these guys doing the pill drop for the qualifying. So we're going to head straight over to the grid, ladies and gentlemen, with the one and only Mr. Rhys Gardner.
All right, Heat 1 is live, and we have Trevin Fry, who is on pole position. Got Thomas Hall alongside. Aidan Lambert and Dwayne Hobbs are on row 2. Cameron Stefanski and Travis Carruthers are your third row. Then we have Landon Falkenberg and Dakota Proud, who are rounding out this field. This is certainly going to be an interesting one here, Zippy. We're looking forward to seeing how the championship stacks out, because Mason Setting has been the one who's taken control of this championship on 608 points. We have Haynes and McCoy right behind him, rounding out that top three. Dakota Proud also 5th place. It's turning into a very competitive season up the front.
Yeah, definitely some really good battles going on. Certainly, Logan Haynes getting caught up in a few incidents last time around. Certainly that stuck in my head. But I got to admit, the two Schoen brothers, I got a feeling they're going to be some guys to watch. Don't get me wrong, they may not be in the top podium right now, but definitely some very worthy contenders in this championship so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Many drivers involved in this series and getting ready for the run out to the field here. We want to, of course, thank Colburn Race Wraps, the title sponsor of the high stakes late model series. Run by an active duty Navy submariner out of Georgia, Colburn Race Wraps designs logos, hero cards, t-shirts, dirt and pavement cars for decent pricing. We also want to thank the Heat 1 sponsor, Featherston Welding and Fabrication, a mobile welding and fabrication shop located in Overland Park. Houses a specialist with 17 years worth of experience. Adrian, the man under the hood, has many qualifications, with some including underwater welding, nuclear and pressurized pipe. Give him a call for a quote today on 816-826-6065, as we already have drivers testing the limits of grip here on the formation laps around Lernerville.
Yeah, I got to admit, I've seen Thomas Hall. He has not. He's registered in the session, but he has not taken to the grid. I'm hoping his internet connection is okay. I know he was having some issues with it last week. Hopefully he's got them technical difficulties restored as well, and hopefully a lot of these drivers as well have been able to get that update done and out the way, as indeed we're getting ready to go live for Heat 1.
We are indeed, once we complete another formation lap, Zippy. It is 2 formation laps before the start of a race on these short dirt tracks.
Absolutely fantastic stuff, and you can really see the difference in the two lines there. A lot of dirt kicked up there at the top. Certainly Rhys would be the better one to expand on that, but I got a feeling that stuff may be where the grip is actually, Rhys.
Yeah. Where it's darker, generally there is a bit more grip. You want to try and ride the edge of it. They're going to be trying their best there as Heat 1 is underway, and Trevin Fry leads through turn 1. He is riding all the way up the top, with the berm always present around this circuit. Here's Dwayne Hobbs trying his best to find his way past Aidan Lambert, who's having some trouble there in the opening stages, but now it looks like it's going to be Hobbs's turn to fall under pressure. Travis Carruthers gets up the inside, and Cameron Stefanski is going to follow him there as Dwayne Hobbs gets over the berm and falls to the back.
Yeah, that's definitely not what he had in mind, ladies and gentlemen, taking the scenic route. But right now, it's going to be Trevin Fry out there in the lead. He's got Aidan Lambert right behind him. Travis Carruthers in 3rd.
Working out nicely here for Travis Carruthers. Now, gently into the turn here, Aidan Lambert. Oh, he is riding that top line so hard, and it's so easy to tip yourself over the top here at Lernerville. The slide job from Travis Carruthers, but Aidan Lambert is there to respond, using the inside very nicely to get back up ahead, but the momentum is with Carruthers. The battle is on for 4th place as well. Dakota Proud trying to pressure Cameron Stefanski. Again, former feature winner this season is Stefanski at Bristol. Aiden Lambert is still battling with Travis Carruthers for 2nd place. This is only 8 laps long for the heats here, Zippy, so we're looking forward to seeing this battle conclude pretty soon, but it looks like it's going to be a 4-way.
Yeah, definitely a absolutely fantastic fight for the first round. And here we got Cameron Stefanski being the camera car for the battle for P2. You can see Travis Carruthers going at it. And look at that. Whoa. That was Dakota Proud just absolutely slingshotting it across there. Is he going to pay off for him? He's ahead by a nose, or at least he was, as Cameron Stefanski puts it up on the inside freeway fight. Oh, no, Lambert's been turfed off.
On the final lap 2, Trevin Fry is going to take victory in the first heat of the night here at Lernerville, and Dakota Proud will take 2nd place ahead of Cameron Stefanski. Oh, Aiden Lambert, he put on such a good drive, but it all went wrong. He lost all of that momentum there, and well, once you're over the berm and down low, there is not much you can do at Lernerville. That is going to be the end of the first heat of the night here. So Trevin Fry basically starting from pole and not looking back. He wins by 2 seconds over Dakota Proud, with Cameron Stefanski and Travis Carruthers 3rd and 4th. We have Landon Falkenberg rounding out your top 5, and Dwayne Hobbs, the only other car to finish on the lead lap. Aiden Lambert escaping off on the final lap. Thomas Hall, unfortunately, did not take to the start, so hopefully we see him a little bit later. Time for Heat 2. Cody Racine starting on pole position, with Dustin Glenn alongside. Braden Leggett and Jordan Shane are going to start 3rd and 4th. Tyler Bickford and Chris Bruns on row 3, and Julian Shanks starting out of P7. Heat 2 is brought to you by Twisted Speed, your one-stop shop for all setup needs. With Twisted Speed, you are driven to success with a motto built around wins and customer satisfaction. Use code TWISTED-INFAMOUS to get 10% off your new journey and get some solid dirt racing setups. So, number 17 of Cody Racine, driver that I don't think I've seen in a while here. He's missed a couple of rounds this season, to my knowledge. It's good to see him back out there.
Yeah, definitely good to see him back indeed, Rhys. And certainly I got a feeling that we got a few drivers in this to watch. Certainly I did tag out the Schoen brothers was worth watching. We got Jordan Schoen in this heat. We'll have to see how that goes down. But I think Tyler Bickford-Bicky, he's going to be my pick for this one in getting himself up onto the podium. He's currently in P5.
Yeah, let's see what Bicky can do, whether or not he'll be able to round himself up onto the podium as the green flag flies, and we are away for Heat 2 at Lernerville. Racine solidly in the lead, but already dipping to the inside is the 16 of Dustin Glenn. Oh, over the top there. That's Jordan Schoen who's gone over, and that is all the way to the back for the number 12. He's going to have a tough time getting back through the field now.
Yeah, it's fair to say, though, it's definitely not stopping him as he's going side to side there with Julian Shanks, and great recovery there as he's trying to put in his best effort. Now, we have seen here at No Limit Racing, once the leader gets ahead, they have managed to pull away, but this doesn't appear to be the case yet for Cody Racine. Justin Glenn keeping him very much honest. You can see him there right in the very top of that berm.
Yes, you have to do that here for the best grip, but it's a fine line that you ride, and look at the banking that comes in through the final corner. The bottom of the racetrack very flat, so Chris Bruns with that narrow exit wasn't quite able to get the run he wanted. Julian Shanks is still trading spots here with Jordan Schoen, and we need to take care not to get too involved with each other at the back here, otherwise they're going to lose touch with the leaders. And speaking of the leaders, Cody Racine still running very nicely indeed. Actually, Tyler Bickford is the fastest car on track at the moment, and he could be a threat here for the top of the field.
Yeah, certainly he was one of the guys I picked out and said that he would be somebody worth watching. And, well, they're all worth watching, but somebody to keep an eye on, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it is going to be a freeway fight for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. After that, a 2.6 second gap. And actually, as I say that, Chris Bruns and Braden Leggett going side by side. It looks like Jordan Schoen is going to get into it. Are we going to see a free wide here as they head around the left-hander?
Oh, it's going to be the final lap next lap. So this is the moment for Jordan Schoen to really make a difference. He tries to dip down to the inside of the number 20 of Braden Leggett as the white flag flies, and they are side by side across the line. Let's see if he can grab himself a top 5 out of this one. He's stuck down low, so there's probably not much momentum. Up the front, Cody Racine is going to take a dominant victory in this heat. Dustin Glenn is going to finish in second place, and well, Tyler Bickford finishing out your podium. Bruns and Shane are rounding out your top 5. So that was a very interesting heat indeed. Cody Racine showing himself to be one of the most consistent competitors tonight already. Wins by 8/10 over Dustin Glenn, and Tyler Bickford was really pressuring Dustin at the end there. Bruns, Schoen, Leggett and Shanks are your running order. All cars getting to the checkered flag of that heat. Man, what a fantastic start to the night it has been, Zippy. As we jump into heat number 3, Mason Neumiller is going to start on pole position with Trevor McCoy alongside Tommy Littoral and David Allen on road number 2. Mason Setting starts out of 5th place, and Setting is going to have to work hard to get some points from there, being the championship leader and all. Adam Tyler Scott and Tyler Schoen are going to round out your field.
Now, if memory serves me right, David Allen is not a name I yet recognize. Do we have a new driver here at No Limit Racing?
Potentially we do. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this matchup goes here. Neumiller has certainly shown himself to be one of the competitors in this league that can get up there on a good day. He just needs to avoid trouble, and starting all the way from the back is Tyler Schoen. Tyler is a very skilled competitor. He has got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, definitely, as we are going to be getting ready to go green. Definitely, I've got a hand out to these guys as well. They always put such a beautiful effort into the paint jobs as well. I do think we're going to have to try and pick out somebody to represent Pit Road Productions, though, in the No Limit Racing series.
Well, I'm stuck up here in the comms box, so unfortunately it won't be me as the green flag flies and Mason Neumiller leads us away. Tommy Littoral, we haven't seen him here in a while. He hasn't been here since the first couple of rounds, so he's having to get used to drivers who have gotten a bit more used to each other over the course of these races. He falls out of your top 4, and we will see how Mason Setting does. Setting is working the inside beautifully. Are you seeing the run that he got there?
Yeah, definitely. He's always been a driver I've found to take a slightly different line, and somehow he manages to make it pay off for him on multiple occasions there. Again, on the inside, able to carry absolutely fantastic momentum. And currently he's got him in P3. He is up 2 positions so far, the hard charger in this heat.
That is magnificent from Mason Setting. He is dipping low in turns 1 and 2. It's about this point of the night that the low line starts to come back in with the top wearing out a little bit. And Setting, though he sticks to the top in 3 and 4 for momentum, yeah, he is looking good here. Let's see if he can try and move way past Trevor McCoy, as they're almost 3 wide for the lead there. Mason Neumiller under a lot of pressure for the lead.
Yeah, definitely, and Trevor McCoy is having a pretty good race as well, but right now it's actually the closest heat we've had so far. All of these drivers, all within about 3/10 of a second of each other. The biggest gap I've seen actually getting as high as there's contact there. Setting and McCoy going side by side, and it's a 0-0 versus the 3. Oh!
Jeez, Mason! Whoa! Oh, that has really messed up the battle for the lead there. Mason Setting falls back to 3rd with everyone trying their best to avoid each other.
You say that.
Setting was... Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Setting trying again for the slide job. He wants the win in this heat, but Trevor McCoy is going to give him one hell of a fight. And now we have Braden Leggett in there David Allen, who's right up there in the battle for 3rd. They're still making contact, and over the berm and into the wall goes Trevor McCoy. Oh, man, that was right at the end, too. David Allen is the winner of the heat. Mason Setting finishing in 2nd. This was a scintillating finish to the heat, Zippy. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to see it.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little bit irritating now. I definitely wanted to re-see that. But, well, I got to say, David Allen, I do believe he is the new driver to league. Sneaks in, gets a win. Trevor McCoy comes off a cropper. A bit unlucky there. But I got to say, that was the closest heat we've had so far. Fantastic stuff. We should probably look at the results of that, actually.
Yes, I think that is a very good idea. So, David Allen probably not expecting the run that he got there, winning from Mason, setting ahead of Alan Tyler Scott and Mason Neumiller rounding out your top 4. Tyler Schoen starting from the back. Got 5th place in the end. Tommy Littoral finishes in 6th, and Trevor McCoy, who was fighting super hard for the win in this one, unfortunately finishing up the back. Well, we are in the warm-up session now, it seems, in between the heats and the feature, as drivers get their runs in around the circuit here. A lot of dust being thrown up at this mid-stage of the night, Zippy. It tells me that the top line has dried out quite a bit. We're going to be seeing drivers use a lot more of the bottom.
Sorry, it makes me chuckle when they go up over the edge. I'm not quite sure who that was, but it definitely gave me a little bit of a giggle there as almost goes another one. That's just how close these guys are getting. And I've got to say, beautiful scenery here. You see that the fans are all out in force, ladies and gentlemen. We have at least a couple of thousand people here today in the virtual stands, ladies and gentlemen. And we also have people in the chat. Let's give these guys a little bit of a shout out. We've got Solin Arnes, also known as Cairo Enns. We're looking forward to seeing him in BIS. He's going to be joining the Formula 3. Certainly, Rhys is a name you are definitely familiar with. We've seen him over at the Academy. We've also got Jared Murphy giving Mason Setting some cheering. Caro C as well. That's somebody who I got talking to in Marvel Rivals as well. Certainly good to have them here on board and watching the show. And anybody else at home who is indeed watching, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. If on the off chance you're watching us on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that follow button and show a little bit of support.
Absolutely. Streaming on the Pit Road Productions Twitch channel as well. Since there is no consolation, we do have a consolation sponsor to thank, so we will get that done here before the feature gets going. No Coast Customs is the sponsor we must thank. Established in 2023 by one of our race administrators here at NLR, Dana Burdick, a sim racer of 12 years. He's done it all. A former tattoo artist that took his designs from the skin to the sim. He does real-life paint jobs, sim wraps, and logo creation also available. So if you need some graphics work done for your virtual dirt racing, or your real dirt racing for that matter, contact Dana Burdick at No Coast Customs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the feature to come here, Zippy, and it looks like we are about to get into it. The grid has been sorted from the heats here, and this is going to be a fantastic one. We got Dustin Glenn, who's going to be starting from the pole position with Dakota Proud alongside him, David Allen and Cody Racine winning heats as well. They will start out of your top 4. Trevin Fry and Mason setting round out your top 6. Then it's Cameron Stefanski and Tyler Bickford on row 4. Adam Tyler Scott and Travis Carruthers round out your top 10.
As we have a look at row 6, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Chris Bruns alongside Mason Neumiller. Landon Volkenberg takes 13th with George Sloan alongside him 14th with Tyler Schoen in 15th. Dwayne Hobbs, he was unfortunate earlier on. He's there in 16th with Braden Leggett in 17th. Tommy Littoral is going to be in 18th with Aidan Lambert and Julian Shanks rounding up your top 20 with Trevor McCoy very sadly put there in the 21st place, and Thomas Hall, if he is indeed here, in 22nd.
Yes, for sure. Hopefully Hall takes to the grid. He's one of the No Limit Racing OGs, so let's see what we can do to find our way to the grid here. Lights coming up on screen, which means we are about ready to go on our 2 pace laps behind the iRacing pace truck, and Lernerville is always a tough one. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of track evolution in this feature. The fact that drivers are already dipping low in turns 1 and 2 to get it done, I think the low line is going to certainly be an interesting one. Chris Bruns, interestingly, not taking to the grid there. Looks like he's going for a pit lane start there, if he even gets out on track at all.
Yeah, definitely an interesting technique there. I'm not quite sure I'm following the strategy, but certainly he's got his motivation to do so. Maybe he's got a technical error. Maybe he just needs to spend a penny before the race, but certainly 10th place grid drop by doing so. Could indeed be an end of line, perhaps, from the race control.
Yeah, let's see what we can do from here. This will be a tough one for all of the competitors. Lernerville is known to be one of the most brutal tracks in dirt sim racing. You, at most other tracks, you at least have an outside wall around most of the track to keep you in check, but here at Lernerville you don't. You overshoot your entry into turn 1, and you're going over and away. Let's see who survives as Dustin Glenn leads us away for the start of the feature, and away we go. Nice lead already for the number 16. Adam Tyler Scott and Trevin Fry starting to get involved in some battles there. Cody Racine on his return to the series is trying his best to get away from the bedlam happening behind him. They are going 3 wide through the turns, and our leader is off. Leader is off. Dustin Glenn. Oh dear, he's going to have to blend back onto the racetrack right at the rear of the field. This is not ideal for our pole setter. Oh, but he's already making moves to get back up.
Yeah, right now, actually, speaking of making moves, you've got Landon Falkenberg. He's up 4 positions. Aiden Lambert is up 5. They are currently your hard chargers. Chris Bruns currently back out on track, but showing a lap down. Definitely a strategy in play there. But Dakota Proud managed to pull away half a second so far. But right now, the battle is on for second. It's Cody Racine, Trevin Fry, and Mason Setton all in the fight for that. And David Allen as well. Oh!
Yeah. Oh,
one
okay.
Off the edge. That's Trevin Fry.
Yep, Trevin Fry moving down the order. I don't know if that... Yeah, that's enough to bring the caution out, unfortunately. That's going to be the first caution of the night here at Lernerville. Trevin Fry, unfortunately, overshooting in turns 3 and 4. I wonder if he got some help there. I didn't quite catch the start of the incident. So Fry up the top. Yeah, he just slipped over the berm, unfortunately. A little bit too hard into the last 2 corners.
Yeah, definitely easily done, and fair play to him. A safe rejoin as well. Definitely, you'll be keen to get back out on track, but certainly very, very challenging conditions here at Lernerville.
Challenging indeed, Bill. The field gets an opportunity to have a little break, and we get an opportunity to figure out who the hard charger in this field is. And to me, it looks like up 7 places. He is in the top 5 at the moment, which is very nice to see for him. He's always been a tough competitor, Travis Carruthers, ever since he joined No Limit Racing. So let's see if that momentum continues.
Yeah, certainly, definitely a very potent driver indeed. There's actually quite a lot of potent drivers in here, and the best thing about it is you know what? There is some high-ticket IR guys in here. I'm not going to lie, the strength of field in here is way above my my punching weight anyway, but definitely it doesn't really stop these guys. Even the ones on the lower end of the scale there, they have a good fight indeed. And I've got to say, am I seeing Thomas Hall in here? No, sadly not. I thought he'd made it back in. But, interestingly enough, Chris Bruns, now on the lead lap, ladies and gentlemen. I do have to wonder if it was a strategy play or if indeed it was an end of line from race control.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but sometimes it can be beneficial to go for a pit lane start in a dirt series just because there's a lot of chaos that happens. Speaking of chaos, Dakota Proud taking the lead and leading us away here for the restart. Let's go as Proud tries to defend the lead there from the number 3 of Mason Setting. Setting's been on an absolute tear these last couple of rounds, getting some great results, and it looks like he's going to continue that here. He is working the inside again very nicely, but there's almost a pile up further back. Bicky involved in it right in the middle, and people are over the berm. The caution is back out again. Absolute chaos on this restart. Braden Leggett going airborne, and someone lost a wheel, it seems.
All right, this is going to be a job of the replays, I think. Let's have a quick look. I'm getting flagged to Chris Bruns. Let's see what happened from his point of view.
All right. Here comes Chris Bruns here down to the middle, and looks like everything just went off ahead of him, and he got into the wall, and yeah, okay, so he had to check up for the drivers ahead of him and just got wedged into the wall. I think that's the incident that brought the caution out. David Allen also getting turned around. I think that also brought the caution out too, and no one had any preparation for that. Allen sent pirouetting around.
Here we got an onboard point of view here from Braden Leggett. Now, we saw him a moment ago popping a wheelie, ladies and gentlemen, as he rejoined the track, taking a little bit of a scenic route there. And we're going to go left front camera, as you'll see as he comes over the berm. Airtime, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Yeah, fantastic indeed. It's a brilliant opportunity for airtime. Stefanski getting involved as well, and it looks like that might have broken his steering. I get the feeling that is the wheel that we saw. No, it was a different wheel, but definitely Stefanski is so damaged that his car cannot turn, and well, for a man who is a feature winner this season, that is a tough way to end things.
Yeah, definitely not what they had in mind. There's currently 5 cars in the pits. David Allen, Braden Leggett, Tommy Lernerville, Aiden Lambert, and Tyler Bickford-Bickey, ladies and gentlemen, as I believe the lights are indeed still on that safety truck.
Yes, but we're not ticking away the laps here. Remember that dirt racing is green flag laps only. When the caution is out, laps don't count. So depending on how many cautions we see, I remember the recruitment race that took place here some weeks ago. It was chaotic. There were quite a few cautions. So I think there were some drivers who've learned from that and maybe overfueled their cars a little bit, knowing that they would be pacing around quite a bit. Well, we'll put all of that behind us and get to the green flag again here. Dakota Proud leads us away. Mason setting up high, and the 17 of Cody Racine is now trying the inside line. Through the middle, looks like Travis Carruthers trying to go for it, and here comes Jordan Schoen, who is up 12 places, but he's got to be careful not to get hit up high. He has got a lot of pressure behind him. The number 23 of Adam Tyler Scott now putting him under pressure, but a great run through the field for the number 12.
Yeah, certainly the 12 is indeed doing very well. Keeping an eye on Landon Falkenberg as well. He's trying to make a couple of moves there, as is Trevor McCoy. He's currently up 10 positions, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Glenn, just a couple of positions right behind him actually now is Dustin Glenn. Certainly he was the pole sitter for this race, but epic battles happening throughout. David Allen, he's getting back out in it as well. He managed to win a heat on his debut round here at No Limit Racing, ladies and gentlemen, but can he move it up to a podium position here in the main feature?
Yeah, David Allen, he's working hard. He's down quite a few spots, so it's going to be difficult for him. He needs to take advantage of what's happening in front of him. Hard to do when you're under so much pressure. Landon Falkenberg goes over the berm and flips. Oh, no! Oh, disappears. The caution not out, though. So, unfortunately for Landon, I think that's going to be day done.
I mean, he's off the racing line. I'll give him that.
Way off the racing line. Goodness gracious. Well, that's going to continue moving things forward here. No caution. The race is still on. Dakota Proud now fighting hard with Travis Carruthers for the lead of the race. Travis on the outside looking in. Dakota Proud moving to the lead early on. And who is going to get the best line here around Lernerville Speedway? Carruthers with the slide job. Does he push it too hard and get up too high? Just about. He loses momentum and allows Dakota Proud back through.
Yeah, certainly Dakota is having an absolute belter of a night so far, but he's got Mason setting right behind him as well. If they keep fighting, setting could indeed come into the mix, as is Cody Racine right there as well. And then you got about a 1.92 second gap between P4 and P5, with Jordan Schoen leading the next back.
Yep, Jordan Schoen is looking good, as he always is. Still 12 places up. Adam Tyler Scott is fighting with him for the last position in the top 5, and it looks like we'll see some moves from behind as well. Oh man, they are trading spots and sliding all over the place. The Schoen brothers now occupying both of those positions there. Jordan and Tyler up 10 spots each. Mason Neumiller, meanwhile, down in 9th place. He is working his way up too. And up the inside of Dustin Glenn he goes. Glenn's going to respond. There is racing everywhere you look here.
Yeah, if we have a look a little bit further back, I think that's just happened to Tommy Litteral. I have seen he's just left the session. Let's have a quick look, find out what happened. Oh, serious damage there for Litteral.
Yeah, and he, I don't think is able to really turn right there. He's got too much damage to continue on, so he decided to go into the pits, and that might be day done there for Litteral. Meanwhile, the Schoen brothers continue to battle amongst themselves there. It seems that they have allowed Adam Tyler Scott to jet away from them a little bit, but now Tyler is mounting another attack. Carruthers has gotten into the lead meanwhile, and he is now 1.3 seconds ahead of Dakota Proud. So something's gone on between our leaders there, and Carruthers is having to deal with lap traffic. It looks like that might be your running order at the top sorted.
Yeah, it could be for now, but further back you can see there is a three-way fight going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's Adam Tyler Scott, it's Cody Racine, and Tyler Schoen. A three-way fight here for P4 on the grid. Oh,
Cody Racine loses momentum, and they're 3 wide. Tyler getting up across the berm there. Manages to angle the car into the final corner nicely, but does he have the traction to really fight with these two? The inside line working in turns 1 and 2, and now it's the number 23's turn to get up on the berm. Adam Tyler Scott is pushing so hard. Cody Racine now needs to keep an eye out behind because Jordan Schoen is coming up on them very quickly indeed.
Yeah, I have a feeling sending him to Braden Leggett as well. He has, I think, ended up in the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. As we see now, it's a 4-way fight. It looks like Dustin Glenn is trying to be part of that fight as well. It's going to go from 4 potentially to 8 cars, all fighting for P4 at this rate.
Yeah, here we go then. The battle for 9th here. Dustin Glenn and Tyler Bickford. They're trying their best to keep the pursuing pack behind them here. This is really rough. I got Matt Smith, Aiden Lambert, and Mason Neumiller right up behind them there. Actually, no, forget Matt Smith. I don't think he is in the midst of this. But Mason Neumiller still on the outside looking in. Doesn't look like there's going to be any clear opportunities for him over the next few laps. But Zippy, we are now almost 3/4 of the way through this race distance, and we still have many of our positions not decided.
Yeah, definitely an absolutely monster of a fight going, and it all starts here with Tyler Schoen. You can see here right behind, he's got Cody Racine looking to try and catch up, but right really behind Racine there, P5, because Schoen is starting to pull away a little bit. He's got 0.8 of a second on Racine for P5, but then you literally have about 6 cars all fighting for the same position.
Yeah, this is pretty insane. We've got to be careful and preserve something for this final run to the finish as the track is worn in. It's so slick around the middle of the track. Not much that can be done about that. You just got to try and find grip where you can. Have a look at Aiden Lambert here up the inside. He's going to have a go at Tyler Bickford, and the move back from Bickford once again. This is a fantastic race here at Lernerville. We've had plenty of crashes for sure, but I think the battling has been largely clean and respectful, which is exactly what we want to see. This is fantastic.
Yeah, having a really good time here today, Rhys. And right now, the hard charger is going to be this gentleman. It's Tyler Schoen. I did say he was one of the guys to keep an eye out for. He's currently up 11 positions so far. But your race leader, Travis Carruthers, up 9 positions at the minute. Dakota Proud, almost 4 seconds back, ladies and gentlemen. That is lap traffic right behind him. And realistically, the P1, 2, and 3 are settled right now. But having a look further back, Dustin Glenn almost going off the berm. No, he is off the berm, ladies and gentlemen. Popping wheelies with that dirt car.
Oh, he certainly is, and mere 5 laps from the end, that's going to make things very difficult for him. Glenn going to fall outside of the top 10 now as the number 23 of Adam Tyler Scott gets by him, and will sort things out from there. Jordan Schoen is still holding on to a solid place himself, but fighting for 7th and 8th with Aiden Lambert. Still plenty to work out there. Travis Carruthers has pulled out the gap to over 4 seconds as the yellow flag is out, and it looks like that might... Yep, oh dear. Oh dear. Down low at the exit of 4 there. What on earth happened to Cody Racine? Fighting hard near the top of this field. It happened ahead of him, and unfortunately, a bit of a tap and into the wall, and around he went.
Yeah, definitely a little bit unfortunate. Chris Brunn's getting caught up in that as well. He is actually a lapped car at this point. Let's find out what happened to Braden Leggett a little bit earlier on as well.
Yeah, Braden Leggett having a rough one in this one too. So he ended up getting over the berm, and that car's looking more like a limited late model, the lower class at that stage. He's lost his aerodynamics, and already with plenty of damage gets back onto the racetrack there. And I think trying to get some speed up, but yeah, evidently that car is a bit too damaged to be of any use to him.
Yeah, definitely a little bit rough. But what this does mean, Rhys, is we are indeed going to have a sprint to the finish. Travis Carruthers had about a 4-second lead over Dakota Proud before that yellow flag, and it's definitely exactly what he didn't want in this scenario, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to reopen the podium for different opportunities here. Are we going to see Mason Setting make a dash for the end? We're going to have to find out as they get ready to go back to full course green very shortly.
Yeah, the caution has been extended by a lap. There's a little bit of extra admin work to do, it seems. So let's take good care to get things in order before it's time to run things to the end here. A 40-lap feature, and we're going to have a mere few laps from the end here. It's going to be an out-and-out sprint. This is a great opportunity for Dakota Proud to try and retake the lead. This is quite difficult to do, though, versus Travis Carruthers with Mason Setting in hot pursuit.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute belter. Right now, I've got to be honest, though, I'm food motivated. If you've never been to Swiss Chalet, I'm going to recommend the messy chicken sandwich and have that with indeed the Swiss Chalet sauce on it. I'm not endorsed by them, but I certainly wish I was. It's certainly a craving right now, as these guys are going to be getting ready to get underway. It's all right, food motivated.
All right, Travis Carruthers leads us away here for the final run to the finish, starting lap 38, 3 laps to go at Lernerville, and Carruthers is jetting away at the front of the field. He is so comfortable in that number 89, and Dakota Proud has yet more to battle with from behind. Mason Setting, Tyler Shane, they are all trying to fight hard here for the last few positions.
Oh!
Aiden Lambert, okay, that's one of the Schoen brothers off. That's Jordan that's gone off there. No caution. So the battle for second is going to continue here. Carruthers is basically uncatchable at this point. Let's see if Dakota Proud can hold them all off. They're almost going 3 wide here. Setting, protecting the inside line from Tyler Schoen, but sweeping through is Tyler Bickford. A fantastic bit of opportunistic driving right at the end. That is the finish of the race. And Travis Carruthers is your feature victor at Lernerville.
I gotta be honest, that was an absolutely epic race. A little bit of contact there, and Bickford Bicky was just straight up in there. He's like, "Thank you very much. I'll sneak in under there," and absolutely hoodwinked that final podium position. Fair play to him. But I gotta say, that was probably the cleanest round we've had so far from No Limit Racing in a main feature race.
Yeah, that was an absolute pleasure to watch. The action streamed through thick and fast, and we certainly had many incidents, but nothing like the demo derby that we've seen at some rounds this season. Really awesome to see. So those are your results then. Travis Carruthers gaining 11 spots to finish in the lead there. Dakota Proud finishes where he started in second place, with Tyler Bickford a mere half a second behind. Mason Setting and Tyler Schoen round out your top 5. Then it's Aiden Lambert, Dustin Glenn, Cody Racine still finishing 8th in spite of his issues. Good to see Jordan Schoen, unfortunately, falling over the berm in the dying laps. He'll have to settle for 9th, with Mason Nomeller rounding out your top 10. Incidentally, Zippy, the top 10 finishing on the lead lap today.
Absolutely. And then Cameron Stefanski, he was there in P11 with Dwayne Hobbs in 12th. Julian Shanks took 13th. Trevor McCoy, despite being up 7 places, definitely somebody who I would have expected to see higher up in the grid, with Adam Tyler Scott there in 15th. Braden Leggett in 16th with Chris Bruns in 17th. Not the night for him, sadly enough. Thomas Literal took 18th with David Allen in 19th. Not had a heat win, but definitely not be able to get it caught up in the main feature race, with Trevin Fry there In 20th, rounding out your 23rd, well, 21 car grid was Landon Falkenberg at the back of the pack, ladies and gentlemen, certainly. And we didn't have the pleasure, sadly enough, of seeing Thomas Hall out on track tonight. But what an absolutely fantastic round, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to hand it well to these guys. Check this out, Rhys. We've already got in interview 1, we have Carruthers. Interview 2, we got Dakota Pro. Interview 3, Tyler Bickford. These guys are absolutely on it today.
They certainly are. Straight in. The first driver we're going to chat to is Tyler Bickford. Third place for you today, Bicky, and looks to me like it was a tough fight, especially at the end there.
Yeah, I got damaged early on there with whatever happened. I'm not quite sure, but I didn't get all of it fixed. I feel like I would have had a rocket ship there. The car was perfect, but I'll take a third place nonetheless.
Absolutely. It's a great points haul to get at a track that is one of the most brutal on the schedule. I talk every time we come here about just how difficult it is to ride that ragged edge up the top in 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was especially difficult tonight with the way the update happened. I don't know if it changed something with the cars or whatnot, but during warm-ups, I could not get the high side of 1 and 2 to stick at all.
Yeah, interesting to see that the late models in Lernerville both had updates in this round, despite there not really being much to say about that in the update notes. Well, regardless, podium for you coming out of this round, and looking at the schedule, the next round is going to be taking place at Fairbury, which is quite a different circuit. Going to be a full-on bull ring there. How do you think you're going to go?
You'll see me on the bottom near the tires almost the entire time, so probably bad, but we'll see.
Oh, well, let's see if it goes any better for you next time. Anyone you want to thank before we let you go, mate?
Yeah, thank you guys for the broadcast. No Limit Racing for giving us a place to race, Midwest Sim Sports, CFM, and Aces and Eights Designs.
Tyler Bickford there grabbing third place here at Lernerville Speedway. And that's going to round things off for that one. The next driver that we're going to have a chat to is Dakota Proud. And, well, starting where you finished in second place, but the numbers don't tell the full story, Dakota. You were right in the thick of it the whole way through, even leading for a bit.
Hey guys, yeah, man, that was a hell of a race. It was a lot of fun. I can't complain finishing where I started. Getting a top 3. It's the first one of the season, so it's nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Bless him.
But yeah, no, it was a hard fought race the whole time. There was a lot going on. I love Lernerville. It's my local track. I live about 40 minutes from it. I love going there on the weekends. Running that top side, it's a thin line. You're either fast or you go over and yeah, you don't want to do that. So it's fun. You get the hang of it, and it's tricky, technical, but rewarding for sure.
I see a dirt street stock in the real world in the picture that you've given us. You do some racing yourself.
Yeah, I've dabbled. I've been out of it for a while now. I had kids and sold everything. It's pretty much just iRacing now. I actually started in iRacing on the street stock world, and have started dabbling in late models and really enjoying it. This is the first open setup league or any type of open setup racing I've really done. So I gotta thank the White Knuckle setup shop guys for hooking me up with setups.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully this run continues at Lernerville. At Fairbury next round of the championship, Dakota. Anyone else you want to thank before we let you go?
Well, first I would like to thank you guys for commentating it, putting on. I'd like to thank Dana for hosting it and all those guys for running and adminning it. I've ran a few leagues. I kind of know the pain it is, or can be to run it, but I know the reward it can be also. So thank them. Thank you guys for doing this for us. Make a nice place for us to race. I'd like to thank my guys at White Knuckle Setup Shop again for hooking me up with setups. My guys at Sunrise Racing, Cam Stefanski for running in here. Thank you guys, or thank them for practicing with me. Steve's Lawn Care. Let's see. Forever Tannin Boutique. And my wife for letting me do this.
Yeah, you certainly did well out of it here today, Dakota. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next week.
Yep. Hopefully, I'll see you back here.
All right, Dakota Proud, a well-earned second place there. You could say that he should be proud of that. Haha. Let's get ourselves our winner. Meanwhile, for the feature, Travis Carruthers is with us now, and well, 11 spots gained. The feature, your grid placing wasn't the best, but looks like you took advantage of the chaos to move through for a max points finish there.
Just took advantage. I kind of messed up in the heat race a little bit and took advantage of what was given to me. And I guess the setup was really good. I was digging there. Felt really good.
Yeah, certainly were digging. The track was evolving very interestingly there. We first saw drivers sort of dipping down low in the final heat, and it looked like that was the way to go for a lot of those moves, especially in 1 and 2.
I think about the first 10 laps there, I ran the bottom of 1 and 2, and then I was running bottom of 3 and 4 too. And honestly, that's where I made a lot of my passes. And then I got up to the high side once I got up to probably about 5th or so, and that's when I really started moving up towards the front there.
Yeah, working nicely. Well, considering your speed here at Lernerville, looks like these sort of medium-level ovals are really strong for you. What about Fairbury? It's a little bit tighter than this.
Yeah, honestly, I like Fairbury, but we're going to have to see with the new damage model with the spoiler coming off easily. I guess we'll have to see how it goes there, because that track is known to be up on the wall. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see next week, huh?
Yeah, indeed. That's the update that was brought in for the late model, changing the fragility of those rear panels. Anyone you want to thank before we let you go, Travis, for that fantastic victory?
Yeah, of course, got to thank Jared, Daryl, and James over there at Twisted for always building us good setups, and all the NLM guys. Of course, you know, Twisted plays a big part in that, and yeah, I think they've got something special over there, and they're digging.
All right, see you next week, Travis. Hopefully it's back on top again.
Yep, hopefully. Thank you.
All right, that's going to round out our driver interviews for tonight, Zippy. That is the conclusion of Lernerville here for the high-stakes late models by No Limit Racing. Also brought to you by P1 Sim Sports, incidentally. We didn't get a chance to thank them, but Kevin at P1 has been a big supporter of this league from the very start. And there is a referral program still active. If you refer a driver to No Limit Racing, you will get a 3D printed custom nameplate, which is fantastic.
Oh, God, mate, I'm definitely a fan of that, Rhys. I do have one on my rig, which I do need a photograph, but I do understand that Kevin is actually working on a P1 Sim Sports advert, so it's hopefully we'll get a copy of that soon. Not to give you a little bit of sick there, Kevin, but in the nicest way, we're pushing you because we want to help you, sir, and certainly you've been absolutely fantastic to deal with, both on No Limit Racing and indeed with Pit Road Productions as well. Nothing but positive things to say about that fine gentleman there. So if you need some sim racing gear, by all means, check him out. P1 Sim Sports, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're anything like me, where you would rather have like a turnkey package, that is definitely something they specialize. They'll come to you and deal with it for you. You buy it from them, they deal with it, and then the support is fantastic as well. Definitely give them a checking out. P1 Sim Sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, indeed. And that's going to conclude our broadcast here on Pit Road Productions on both YouTube and Twitch, whichever platform you've come from. We thank you so much for watching. We'd also like to thank all the sponsors and all of the administration team over at No Limit Racing for helping to put this series on and have us bring it to the world. I'm Rhys Gardner, Daniel Zippy Salmon alongside me in the commentary box, and also producing behind the scenes. Can Travis Carruthers keep that momentum up at Lernerville next week? We'll find out.